Welcome, welcome. Just working on looking at some cruises, seeing what I can find, best price, and for my time period, which I think is going to be next year. Next year. Hey, Joseph, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. So I'm looking up cruises, but if you guys have any travel questions, pop them into the chat. Oh, I'm doing good, doing good. Trying to work on going live more often, more consistently. Sometimes it's just life, you know, unpredictable. So I am a travel agent. So what I'm doing right now is looking at what kind of good pricing I can find. I'm on the West Coast, so I could sail from San Diego or Los Angeles, and Los Angeles has 2 ports that are in the Long Beach area, so I'm checking those. But then I'm also considering doing like a coastal cruise from San Diego north or Los Angeles north, or the opposite. So we'll see. They're also tempting. Of course, if I had an unlimited budget and unlimited time off of work, that would make it so much easier. Just to keep in the mood, I have my Disney cruise mug from one of my Disney cruises that I went on. We're kind of priced out of that now, so I'm looking for more budget friendly, which everybody might assume Carnival, but Carnival isn't always the cheapest. When you think of all the add-ons, like if you're going to upgrade and get specialty dining, or if you're going to get the drink package or add the Wi-Fi, which of course I have to have the Wi-Fi, then those are all things that are already automatically included in Virgin. So you can pay one flat price, and Virgin includes the drink, or no, not the drink package, includes the Wi-Fi, includes the gratuity. The dining, from what I've seen, is already elevated, so I think that one is going to be a good value. Let me actually go there. And I forgot to turn on my fan, and I have the air conditioning going, but we have a huge, like a really high ceiling in our living room, and the way they built these homes, the air conditioning vent is not big enough for the Bay Area. Welcome, welcome, guys. If you have any travel questions, travel tips, destination suggestions, go ahead and put them in the chat. Share the live out, tap the screen, all the things. I'm trying to grow my presence here, so you guys are helping me out just by showing up. Now, some tricks on sharing out the live: you can hit share and then just copy link, and that still counts. You don't even have to send it to anybody. I also have a YouTube, and I'm writing on Substack, so I've been trying to get that out there, and also trying to focus my brain so that I can keep on track with different themes in my Substack. I need to get in there and educate myself more about how I can organize it, because I'm thinking of like file folder style, where I can make a post about travel, or a post about destinations, or different things going on in life, and organize those by topic. But it seems like you just kind of post and then they're all just there sequentially. All right. Oh, I see here 3 cheers for 3 years. Voted the world's best. Which cruise line would you think that would apply to? Hey, Lois, how you doing? Which cruise ship or cruise line do you think that would apply to? 3 cheers for 3 years. Voted the world's best. I believe that is by Travel and Leisure magazine. So let me take a look here. And I have 2 screens and I've got a million tabs open. Some of the things that I search through the day include things like a new job, a better paying job, a remote job, a content creating job, even though I'm not an expert. We all start somewhere. And I am a fan of Tulsa King. And one time during Tulsa King, the main character played by Sylvester Stallone said, the answer is always no until you ask. If you never ask, then the answer will stay no. But at least if you ask and the answer is no, then at least you asked. So I'll apply for the job. If I get it, I get it. Job or jobs. I'm super excited because I just ordered some custom shirts from a local artist, small business, and hopefully I will be getting those soon, maybe within about a week or so. And it's going to promote me. It says follow me on TikTok and YouTube, and it has the little logo and my channel names. Welcome, welcome guys. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you being here, tapping the screen, sending some likes. Follow me. If you don't have time to hang out today, you can always pop in next time I'm live. Check out some of my content. I'm mostly covering travel, and that could include travel gear, things I use when I travel, as far as like what am I using to film and stuff like that. It also will include destination, walks through the different destinations. Let me think what else. Packing tips. We went to Alaska. I've got a lot of content about Alaska. That was amazing. I feel like saying once in a lifetime opportunity, but I'm looking at the pricing on some of these cruises and it looks like we'll probably be going again. And right now I'm looking at UGC jobs, and that would be user generated content, remote. No idea what they are for, but we're going to check them out anyway. Some of them require a video audition, which we can do that. So feel free to put something down in the chat if you have a question about travel, suggestions on packing. I like to try to pack so that I can only do carry-on. And most airlines, if you go to their website, they'll tell you the dimensions of the bags. Thank you for the heart. Oh, the heart me. Woo, thank you, Kelman. Awesome, thank you. So, you can go to the airline's websites and they'll tell you the measurements for your baggage. Yay, thank you for the gifts. You guys feel free to share the live. I actually will share it myself as well. I always remember that after I get live, but I think a lot of creators queue it up and they share it right when they go live. But I'm working on it. And one little trick that somebody told me is you can click share and just copy the link. You don't have to even send it anywhere. I don't know, maybe if I share it myself, it might be detrimental during the live. I don't honestly know. So one thing I like to do with the luggage when I'm doing carry-on only, even when we went to Alaska, check the airline, see which airline you're going on, what size bag, weight limits, all that good stuff. And then watch a million, hey Brannigan, how are you doing? Watch a million different YouTube videos about packing. There's so many different ways, and try out a few different ones and see what works for you. I like to use packing cubes, and then within the packing cubes, I roll my clothes really tightly and then organize within each packing cube. So you have smaller one for like undergarments and socks, and then a medium size for like t-shirts, and then a larger one for jeans. So then whenever you get to your destination, you can take the packing cubes out of the luggage and then you just put them into the dresser. Or sometimes if it's just my husband and I, we'll have our different space in the hotel and then we just lay out the packing cubes. We don't even put them in the dresser. So it's kind of like half unpacked. And then when you're on a cruise, you can take your packing cubes out, you have your stuff nice and neat, and then you can set it in the shelves or hang it in the closet and get your wrinkles out of your clothes if you need to. All right, let me check these UGC. What are these for? Ooh, financial services, I could do that. Social listening. Apparently I'm good at that. Yeah, checking in, coming home, actually, I think is fine, Kelman, only because if your luggage gets lost or something, you're already at home. Because if you end up getting souvenirs like a waterproof phone bag or something, you need to make sure you bring that home with you. Oh, 12-day countdown to your cruise. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you work, but those are going to be the longest 12 days of your life. So when we were getting ready for our Alaska cruise, it's weird because I usually organize all the travel for my family. Basically, I just tell them where to show up, when to show up, and yes, good question. Which cruise? Which cruise? Which cruise? Sorry, I'm going to adjust my camera. One moment. So here's a funny story. I haven't seen you live lately, Brannigan. You got to go live. Are you going to go live on your cruise? You know I follow you, so I got to see. I watch content more than I watch television. I have to get my trash TV in, so I'm watching 90 Day Fiancé and all the spin-offs of that. But yeah, please go live. Carnivore Mardi Gras. I don't know if I've even seen that one before. On the other account. Okay, cool. I'll make sure I'm following. So here's a funny story. You know, working from home, remote, I've been doing that forever. And at one of my prior jobs, I was trying to adjust the camera and we were on a call with the president of the bank and my team and I think another team because we were doing like a collab project. So I'm like going forward towards the camera, but I kind of lean over and almost accidentally flashed everybody. Like I was like, oh shoot, and then I might have even cursed. Yeah, purchase your Wi-Fi. You know what? I was shocked when we went on the Norwegian Bliss. I kept looking at the Wi-Fi and we already spent enough on the cruise. And I was like, I can't really justify. I'm not really going live. I don't really have a lot of followers. I don't want to buy it. And I think it was $250, $275 for the whole cruise. 7 days. And then when we got on board, and I had been kind of toying with the idea, like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. When we got on board, it was like 180. It was discounted a lot. So I went ahead and got it. Yeah, I could be quoting it wrong, but then the last 2 days, it didn't even work. So I went to guest services and got a rebate, partial rebate. At first I thought they refunded the whole thing, but then I checked my onboard account and it was, I think they rebated about $50. So we're going to be taking a day trip kind of a day trip over to Catalina. I'm super excited. I love Catalina. Some people say it's boring. Kelman, I think you didn't really love it. But my husband and I have been there. We took our kids there. I went there with one of my sisters. And I just love... Oh, you loved it. Okay, cool. Oh, I think I do remember you kind of like were reminded of home, like slower pace. I love that they have vehicles, but there's not a ton. And did you guys do the inland tour? Oh, yeah. I prefer it way more than Ensenada because, oh, that was awesome. Did you see any bison? I don't remember if I watched all your content from that excursion, but we're going there super early. Oh, you just walked around. Okay. So we're going to go up to the Queen Mary and we're going to stay overnight, which I was surprised is so cheap. Well, I live in California, so cheap to me is different than cheap to other people. I think our total for the hotel wasn't even $500. So we're going to stay there the first night. Then we're going to get up and get on the 6 o'clock ferry to go to Catalina, have breakfast, then do the golf cart, and then we're going to do the semi-submersible. Probably have ice cream, cocktails, all that. Then lunch and afternoon inland, what is it called? Inland or island adventure tour. And then that's 2 hours. So then it'll almost be dinner time. Yeah, it's cheap. $250. It's crazy. $250 a night is cheap for us. And it's actually cheaper per night, but then once they add on all the taxes and the resort fees and all that stuff, that's where it adds up. But it's around $450, $500. And then I called and talked to one of the tour operators there. And I told her, I said, hey, I'm a travel agent. I'm just getting started. I'm really trying to grow my social media and add some more content to my page. And I see that you have social media on Instagram. And I was wondering if you can offer a discount, any kind of like a discount for bundling. So she gave me a discount. She gave me like almost like a 3-level discount. She gave a adult ticket, a child ticket for each tour, plus additional discount on top of that. And I told her, oh, great, I'm going to tag you guys once I'm there. I'm going to do some content for you and, like build your presence. She's like, oh, that's amazing. She was super excited. I was super excited. So, and then we will return on the ferry at 7:45 at night. So that should be really cool. And then stay one more night on the Queen Mary. So hopefully we'll get to wander around the Queen Mary when it's dark. And maybe I'll get some paranormal experiences. So, oh, I am the queen of begging. I just throw it out there and I ask because that's how you get stuff. And it may not be huge, but it's something. It's a little bit. And then, I had shopped at the Queen Mary and I got these stickers when we were at the Queen Mary. I found the social media of the sticker creator and I messaged them. I said, hey, do you guys have a store or something? Or no, I knew they had a store online, but I couldn't figure out how to specifically order, hey, CYN, how to specifically order this one sticker for the Queen Mary. So I messaged them. I said, hey, I'm looking for this particular sticker. Here's a photo of it. I bought one. It's sold out. I'm going to be placing an order, but if you can let me know how to order this specific sticker, because it seemed like it was a template and then you pick the destination so that it would fill in the, actually, let me grab it, fill in the design. Let's see if you can see it. It's the haunted room. Thanks for all the gifts, guys. So they had sold out. So I asked her specifically about this one, and I already had others selected that I was going to buy. So then she messaged me back and she says, oh, I showed the manager your post and she wants to send you some free stuff. So yeah, go ahead and place your order and then we'll work out the other stickers. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I got the package in the mail the other day and she sent me like 3 or 4 free stickers. I did a post about it, but it's called Grasshopper's Mermaid. And you can see there's like a little tiny grasshopper on that mermaid tail. But you should check it out. It's super, super cute destination stickers. So it's really fun, like for your water tumbler and stuff. It's fun to decorate with that. But yeah, I ask everywhere. I'm about to call another place for Cannery Row. There's a really cute inn up there. It's not a B&B. It's not a chain. It's like a smaller kind of boutique type hotel. I'm going to call them and see if they have any collabs around town for like free dinner vouchers or something. You like my mug? Disney Cruise. I drink away my sorrows with this because I can't afford Disney Cruise Line anymore. It is super fun and it is worth the price, but if you can't afford the price, then, you know, it's kind of like when you go to Vegas and, oh, I'm going to put $20 in. I'm going to hit it big now. Yeah. Yeah. It's super, and honestly, being on the West Coast, I did not realize how much more expensive it is than the other cruise lines. And one of the cruises, though, it was awesome. So my dad passed away like 2009. My mom always wanted to go on a cruise. She always wanted to go, just in general, go to Hawaii, go to Alaska, go on a cruise. So she has 5 kids. Between the 5 of us who are all gainfully employed, we were able to pitch in and each different combo of us took her on vacation. So 2 of my sisters took her to Alaska. 2 of my sisters took her to Hawaii. And me and one of my other sisters, notice my brother isn't involved. We tell him just give us money. And my older sister and I took her on a Disney cruise. She still talks about that because I bought a Shutterfly photo book and made a photo book from the photos that my sister took and that I took and put it in that photo book for her. Loves it. She always looks at it. She's 84, but she's far from feeble. She gets around and she's of sound mind mostly and body mostly. But she loves that book. So whenever I think about people going on vacation, I think about making photo books. You can even do it old school with printed photos and just buy a little cheap $1. I should do a post about that. A little $1 photo album thing from like Walmart, and it has sleeves. You can just slide the photos in. I did that for both of my kids when they were little. When we would go to Disneyland, I would take a bunch of photos and print them and just slip them in there, and then they could keep those photo books in their room. And so then they could always flip through and remember their little vacation. I gotta catch my breath. I end up talking to myself for so long. So anyways, I have a little mini collab going on with that tour company in Catalina. And then I got the free sticker comps from this other company. Oh, here's another example. I live in San Diego, so here's an example of their sticker. And you can see they include highlights from the different cities. So if you guys like stickers and travel theme destination type stuff, this is Grasshopper's Mermaid. Grasshopper's Mermaid. And I think that they do work with artists in other areas, but the stickers are made and shipped from the US. Here's one that I ordered, Catalina Island. Ooh. And they have a bunch of different styles, like super, super vibrant or more muted colors. And then this one, it says Old Town San Diego. So it has like a Hispanic theme, and it's the little like heart. But yeah, they're really awesome. Grasshopper's Mermaid. I have a post about it, so if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, no problem. Hey, people popping in and just hanging out. I love it. All right, so let me look for this job. What is this? I'm looking for UGC creator type jobs. I do have a full-time job, and I'm now a travel agent, and I'm always looking for side hustles, ways to make more money to put towards my travel. I also started a campaign with Fund My Travel. That is a really cool thing. So what we're trying to do as a family, and that's a family of 5, so that includes my 2 young adult children, my husband, and my daughter's girlfriend. We're trying to do a cultural, historic, cuisine, natural wonders, and Tokyo Disney trip to Japan. So what I did is launch a campaign on Fund My Travel just to see, I mean, if people want to donate, they donate. If they don't, they don't. So on there, I have a little bio of what we're trying to do. And again, it goes back to, oh yeah, we got to follow Brannigan's the other account. I'm pretty sure I follow both. It goes back to that. It goes back to that thought. The answer is no until you ask. And even if you ask, the answer might still be no. But definitely if you don't ask, it's still going to be no. Or you won't know. They won't know. So have you ever had that person, you go and do something on your own and it's kind of a monumental task, and then somebody will say, oh, you should have told me. I could have helped you. Okay, well, I'm putting it out there. I'm telling everybody, whether they want to hear about it or not. I think I even put something on my LinkedIn. Exactly. No harm in asking. No harm in asking. Okay, so this UGC job is for an insurance company. That sounds a little sketchy though, because it says insurance, helping families achieve financial security. I mean, I don't care what their mission statement is if they need a UGC. Okay, so I'm making my wish list of cruises too. So far I have, and I think I'm mostly writing this to get ideas of pricing, because this year we can't do anything else because we're doing that weekend trip to Catalina, and then we're doing a weekend trip to, what did I say? Monterey, Cannery Row, John Steinbeck, and all that good stuff. So I'm writing these out just like for price comparisons, to keep it more in my mind. I don't know if you have that experience that if you write something out, it kind of like comes together more, so you can and you can remember it and it kind of analyze the data more. But then that will help me kind of put the prices together, like, okay, this sounds doable, this one doesn't, this one is going to be excellent, or that's way too overpriced, let me look at a different cruise line. And so that's what I also was researching. And then I got some great tips from some other content creators. I had made a post about parking in Long Beach. Well, I'm a total noob, so I was just going on Google Maps, and researching and looking and what are the options and stuff. Well, then I was listening to Easy Cruise Vacations, James and Alexis, And there's a website called cruiseparking.com, and you can go on there, check out your port, put your reservation, and pay for your parking ahead. And especially in Long Beach, you don't have to mess around with the Long Beach port because apparently it's a nightmare. Okay, and then there was another tip. Shoot, what was it? Something that Lisa mentioned. Oh, she was reiterating the value that's built in with Virgin Voyages because they have the Wi-Fi already in their pricing. They have the gratuities already in their pricing. They have, oh, and I asked a question earlier, and I'll tell you the answer because I don't think anybody put that in there. Hey, traveling little bird. I should see, there's some way to make the comments bigger. Oh, there we go. Okay, so then I can actually read them. I can't see myself then, but oh wait, whoops. What did I do? Traveling little bird. Okay, cool. Now I can see. 3 cheers for 3 years. Voted the world's best. So who do you think, which cruise line do you think that is? It's Travel and Leisure Magazine, World's Best Awards. 3 cheers for 3 years. Voted the world's best. The world. The world. It's Virgin Voyages. Virgin Voyages. Welcome, welcome, Pure Life Travels. So I click on this thing and I'm having issues with my pop-ups. I don't know if it's because I have 2 screens or well, actually I have 3. I have one on the side over here and then I have the 2 in front of me. But let's see, because they do have built-in, what do you, like, I call it value added, because you don't have to add it on. And from Kelman's trip on Virgin Voyages, I believe it was you, the food you were posting, to me, that looked already elevated. So it wouldn't seem like you would need to do specialty dining. Let's see, where is on board? Cabins and suites, entertainment, well-being, eat and drink, our ships. So the only thing I think, oh, they do have great customer service. Awesome, good to know. They do have drink, what do you call it? They call it bar tab. So it's like you prepay. You pay, and this is just an example, you pay $200, but you get $225 worth of drinks. And like that. They don't have a limit. 2 people could share the same bar tab. Let's see. This is interesting because it looks like it's a travel agent website, but I am not signed in as a travel agent. Marketing materials, self-service guides, first mate rates, tools and guides. I'm trying to see about the drink. It's not a drink package. It's called a bar tab. Offers and programs, offers, group cruises, destinations, policies. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Connie, how's it going? Mo, how's it going? I don't know if you guys follow Jackie. I love listening to Jackie's live. She always says she's an old lady and she's short and she, you know, like she says all these things about herself, but I love listening to her live, her engagement with the people that are coming into her live, her pronunciation of everybody's names. She's always like, you know, doing her best, and answering people, engaging with people. I just love watching her lives. Where are these darn Okay, I'm just gonna Google, because I went to eat and drink, but it doesn't show me the bar tab thing. Virgin. And I did notice when I was looking at drink packages the other day. Hey James, welcome, welcome. When I was looking at drink packages the other day, there are other lines that are going to start implementing the drink limits. Yes, I love Jackie. She is amazing. Okay, Virgin Voyages, let's see, drink. I'm going to call it packages, but that's not what it is. Drink prices. All right, let's just do. And James, I wrote down your tip, and I mentioned you earlier, your tip about the cruise parking, because I had done a post about the cruise parking just as like a noob, where I'm looking at the map and this and that. I didn't even know that cruise parking website even existed. Okay, they're calling it Sip and Sail at Sea, I think is what it said. Yeah, so I told everybody that you had shared that tip and that I was helpful, or I was glad and grateful to have other people. Right, there you go. All right, cool. Sorry, I'm reading this message from TikTok. You can let them know they can get daily bonus points after completing all daily missions. I don't know what that is, but if you share out the live, tap the screen. Okay, so what Virgin does is they have a bar tab. So you prepay and then you get a certain dollar amount of drinks. And it says right now they're offering bar tab bonuses on purchases from $200 to $1,000. So we've definitely mixed up the right deal for you. Cheers. And the nice thing about this is it's it appears that it's shareable. So like if you have a bar tab for $500, you can buy drinks for other people. It's not just. I think I've heard that people flying into California for Long Beach go to Long Beach. So check the timetables there and see, because LAX is definitely huge and can be pretty overwhelming. I've been there a few times for Hawaii, I think, and Greece. So yeah, it can get overwhelming. But check the timetables. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, James. And that's a good point too, because if you're gonna start, I don't think the distance to the port is that far. You could probably get an Uber. You can even price out the Uber online. You can do that ahead of time. You can do a reservation for an Uber. That's what I've done. But if somebody in the chat has another idea, then feel free to post it. I'm here to help, listen, and learn as well as present. So 20 minutes from Long Beach Airport to the cruise terminal. Yeah, so then you can price out your Uber to see how that works out. And James, at the port of Long Beach, so let's say Connie lands early, is there stuff to kind of do, or is there a lounge or someplace to hang out so you're not trying to time it exactly to when you're going to be getting on the cruise? I've been up there, but not specifically to that port. We've gone to the Aquarium of the Pacific. We've gone to the Queen Mary, and then of course driving through there. Oh, the Queen Mary. The Queen Mary is pretty cool. I mean, my husband loved it so much the first time we went back for his birthday. Yeah, there's so much construction. The first time we went up there, they were preparing for that NASCAR race through downtown Long Beach. That was interesting. But it also was kind of cool because my husband watches NASCAR, and the next day after we got back, he was watching it and he saw all the stuff where we just were. Okay, so the bar tab here, you buy the bar tab, and okay, here's how it works. Okay, San Pedro has a battleship right next to the cruise terminal. Good to know. So you pay $200 and you get $225 drink credit. That's for everything. So the example says 45 lattes or 32 Heinekens, 25 glasses of wine, 17 superior mojitos, 28 cold-pressed juices, 32 handcrafted cocktails, meaning any one of those things, not all of those, for $225. So I kind of like the way they do this drink package. I don't drink that much, and they're calling it a bar tab, and this is Virgin Voyages. But if my husband and I were on a cruise and we wanted to have a few cocktails, then we could easily buy a $300 bar tab and get $350 worth of drink credit. And then again, Virgin has the added kind of added value because the Wi-Fi is included, the gratuities are included, and what is the other? Oh, here, literally what's included. What ship is the drink package? Anything for Royal? Okay, let me check. So Royal, they do the actual drink package, and I believe it is each adult in the stateroom has to buy the package. But, and that's specifically 21 and over. So if you are cruising in a cabin with another person that's 21 and over, you both have to buy it. But let me double check here. It seems to be that that's how they all work. Mm-hmm. But they also have things like a coffee card, a bottled water package. Oh, you're a solo, okay. Soda package, deluxe beverage package. So do you, not a big drinker? Okay, so then maybe. So another option is to go a la carte with your alcohol and then get something like a refreshment package. So the refreshment package would be more cheaper price because it's Coca-Cola Freestyle beverages. And are you familiar with that machine where it has like the main hub and then you can pick like all the Coca-Cola products with all the flavorings? So like Coke, cherry, all that? Yeah. And so then the refreshment package includes a Coca-Cola Freestyle, Coca-Cola souvenir cup included, fountain sodas and refills, which would be the Freestyle machine, premium coffee and tea, fresh squeezed juice, bottled still and sparkling water, non-alcoholic cocktails, milkshakes at Johnny Rockets, cocktails, and that's it. Milkshakes at Johnny Rockets. So that's the refreshment package. And then you could just buy your cocktails and your alcohol a la carte or wine by the glass with dinner. And then the refreshments package, let's see. I think it has a flat price. Oh shoot, I think this is the one that doesn't say it. Does anyone in the chat have an idea about the cost? Or Connie, if you have a travel agent and you already have your cruise booked, I believe they would be able to tell you the pricing on that because it might change according to the number of nights, because sometimes it's cheaper when it's a longer cruise. Like say you have a 4-night cruise, and then and this is just an example, $50 per day. But then you have a 5-day or a 7-day, then maybe it's $45 or $40. Because when I click on purchase package, it takes me to sign in. So I can't give you the exact, but it seems like the refreshment package would be a good deal. There is another option that is the coffee and tea. Yeah, 7 days and 6 nights. So if you check with your travel agent, oh, the other option is classic soda. And so that's literally just soda. I like to have alcohol, of course, and other options besides soda. And like James said, the Norwegian has great packages under their more packages, unlimited drinks, and specialty dining. And when we went on Norwegian, I think they were calling it free at sea. They were just in the process of switching it over. And with my travel agent that I used for our Alaska trip, they have like a list that you can pick different things. Like, do you want to pick the Wi-Fi? Do you want to pick the drink package? Do you want, so it's almost like a grid. So you could pick from your free at sea or your different options on your free at sea from that grid. So what's interesting to me when people say, oh, cruising is boring, cruising is nasty, you're stuck on the ship, you're not, but the crazy thing is, like Lisa always says, your stateroom is like your bedroom at your house. You don't stay in your bedroom every day, all day long. Where else can you get so much fresh air, sunshine, activity, and everything you need right there, even medical? So it seems like there are people that, as my dad used to say, they wouldn't be happy even riding around in God's right hand pocket, which kind of sounds crazy, but can you imagine this little person riding around in the pocket? Some people you just can't please, but I read somewhere, and even just looking at each different cruise line and seeing how many different ships they have, and many are very similar or almost like a twin of each other, but each different line has so many different options that I seriously don't see how anybody could be bored. Even doing nothing, you're not going to be bored. Yeah, so that's what I told my husband too. Well, that we're going to use interior rooms more often. Alaska makes sense to have a balcony, but now that I'm a travel agent, I can shop around. I can get, cheaper rate or less expensive, or however you want to word it. And exactly, I will go in my room in the interior to go to sleep. That's it. So it looks like Norwegian right now is saying 70% off the second guest and unlimited open bar. Let's just click on this. I think it's a great Caribbean cruise sale. Oh, access denied. That's nice. Apparently they know me too well. Norwegian. And I'm putting in drink packages, but we're really just looking at, oh, interesting. I wonder if they're doing maintenance right now because it keeps saying access denied. Let's try again. That's weird. It's saying I don't have permission on this server. I'm not on a server on my home Wi-Fi. is weird. Something's going on. I'll have to look that up later. Or maybe if I log in. Huh. Interesting. Oh, hit a little snag. Where is your cruise going to, Connie? Seven days and 6 nights. That, of course, I always want to go on a longer cruise. Oh, Cabo. Oh, okay, so you're flying into LA or Long Beach, and then you're going to go to Cabo. And are your other stops Ensenada? And do you stop in San Diego? It's funny because I was looking up cruises, and I was seeing that they board in Long Beach and then stop in San Diego. And I thought, well, that's kind of funny. I would go from San Diego, drive to Long Beach, get on the ship, cruise back down to San Diego. But honestly, I think that would be kind of cool to be like a visitor in your own town, and or get off the ship at San Diego port and see, like, not stopping in San Diego, and seeing what they say on the ship about arriving to San Diego. So I think that would be cool. Might do that someday. All right, I think I'm gonna actually start winding down right now. Thank you guys so much for all the gifts. Thanks for hanging out with me. I love reading the stats after I get offline and seeing how many people came through and visited, how many new followers, and all that good stuff, how many heart me's, all that fun stuff. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. It means a lot just to have you guys show up. Thank you so much, and have a great night. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, everybody. Let me see if I can make these comments small again. So, oh, there we go. All right, now I'm back looking at myself. All right, have a good night. Thank you.